Hi, hello. How are you doing? How's your week? How's your day? So, today we have a mermaid, which is obvious. Now, the problem with this mermaid is that it doesn't stand out on the background, so after finishing it kind of completely, if you can see it, like it's all done almost. Some details still need to be added. But it's mostly done except for this hair, which doesn't stand out again. So what I'm gonna do now is try to not ruin my drawing and try to darken this splotch just so that it will look good, which is kind of counterproductive. I'll be losing most of, if not all of the detail, but maybe I can, you know, pull off some miracle and it will be standing out with this hair now, hopefully. That's the main deal. Because if your character is not standing out, then it really doesn't matter how pretty she is. If you don't see her, then you kind of worked for nothing. So I'm trying to fix that in a way that would keep my drawing in its proper space. I'll probably have to go with another color, a blue or something over this, just to get the right amount of color, because this one is now a little too hard for the environment as a whole. Kind of started randomly. I mean, I knew I was gonna draw a mermaid when I sat down to draw today, but the colors weren't exactly planned. I did try the green mermaid before. I mean, yeah, the green mermaid, because it's mainly green, but never went all that much into it because, well, with this color it's a little more complicated to draw, so it's kind of easier to have her on her usual skin color and just working it out from there. But it doesn't work all the time. You have to improvise. I did use some not watercolor. The whole works in watercolor. I did use some color pencils under her neck and in parts of her hair just to get that contrast that I was looking for better, but it didn't work, unfortunately. And now if you can see what I'm doing is before the whole color dries, I can interfere and add some white areas by just lifting parts of the watercolor that I don't want to be there, like around here. Can create this impression that there's a hair strand over here, just like this, especially since I already have this beneath. Kind of works a lot better, and I can do that here too, although it's a little more to deal with. And as I'm doing that, it just works on its own. I kind of like that I can do this with watercolors. Come on, lift properly. Doesn't want to work. Fortunately, we have paper for the stubborn areas. There. Done. And maybe now it will show better on as a whole. So I guess this is all I have for you today. Maybe I don't know. Maybe would you like to see something more? I kind of lost all the detail up here. Let me try and lift some color just so we have that parting area over the top of the head. There. So we still have that. I think it's better now. I lost a lot of detail. There's a little bug here. I don't know where it came from. Yeah, so this is... Now I have to wait for it to dry and add some more white or add some blue or green, you know, that would work. And before I go, I'm gonna show you a very nice comparison between sketch and final result, because that's cool. I always find it cool. And this is a sketch. We have a character here with a puppy. Look at that puppy. And her face is very, very stretched. And in the final version, it doesn't look the same. Now, one of the reasons was because when I traced it, I kind of made some changes. The ones that I wanted to keep, I kept, and the ones that I wanted to change, they were changed. And as you can see, the sketch has very pushed to the limit expression on her face. I kind of left it, toned it down a little at the end, but the main thing is still there. At least I think so. I also adjusted the way the umbrella was placed, and that's important too. She's a very high-born lady. I used these hard-to-obtain colors at the time, you know, purple, blue, all the colors that weren't earthy were hard to produce, but still it worked for her because she had the money to afford it. And the dude here is not a ghost, he's just a guy whose legs I didn't want to draw. Yeah, kind of like that. So that's all for today. I think I saved the background. I think it's more contrasting now. And I'll be tweaking it a bit more, but it's kind of ready. It's kind of done. If I tweak it too much, I might end up ruining it. I'm still thinking what I should add down here, because I don't know, I kind of like it empty like this, but it kind of feels empty. I'm not sure if I should leave it empty or not. Well, I'll still think about it. Who knows, maybe a brilliant idea pops out of my mind tonight while I'm sleeping, and tomorrow morning I can add it. Because I function like that. You always let a drawing rest for a bit and come back to it. Better ideas might come to you while you're away. At least if you're not under pressure or something, you should do that. It's a brilliant idea. Don't forget your usual habits. This is an A4 paper. And about the paper, since we're talking, it's 190 grams thick, like the weight of it. And the good thing about this paper is that it doesn't bulk. It sits straight. I'm very happy about that because I don't have to do the border anymore unless I want to, which I kind of like. I'm in doubt. I tried gouache a few days ago on a side note, and I like the way this eye shines. It's something about the tube. It was an unopened tube that I cracked, and some substance came out, something very weird that once mixed with my colors. It kind of, it did this, and now I'm stuck with this torning feeling because I kind of like the way this eye shines, but I'm kind of confused because, well, I don't think that's how it was supposed to look. I like the skin tones on her too. That's the one thing that I do like. The hair was kind of an experiment. I'm not sure if I do like it that much. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I am not very good at anything else but watercolors. Well, I kind of like the way oils turned out, but oils are so hard to use. Anyway, thank you for watching, and subscribe if you want to see more. Come again, tell a friend, give a like, comment. Your usual YouTube requirements, you know them. And see you again. Bye bye.